tremendous courage. So you're not going to question his courage, but he just let that one go over his head.
Not sure that they knew who it was intended for. Well, this is a big kick, a massive kick now. If they can get more than 2 goals in front, you nearly back Sydney to shut the Bombers out of it over the last 4 or 5 minutes.
A 17-point margin from just inside the paint. It drifts, and it's a 2-goal game.
They've been wasteful in front of goal, the Swans. Plenty of opportunities.
14-14 now.
The Bombers would almost take a draw right now. Crameri takes the mark and takes off. It is caught. Short kick. Reid and Hocking go at it. Off hands. Jack. Big ball to win. Gets it up to Reid. Got his arms free toward Matner. Poor bounce. Jetta attacks it. They all go hard. Smith on the bottom. Tried to thread it through. Umpire says ball.
That's tough.
He hasn't even got it.
No, actually Jetta had it.
Stanton. He can get and go. Hill wants it long and high. Stanton looks up. Hill still screaming. He goes short to Hurley. Needs to give it back. He pumps it across the face of goal, and there's no one home. Kennelly has time to fumble. We're down to 4 minutes. Essendon's season is on death row.
Well, the forward line's gone missing in this last quarter. There's no movement at all there.
I'll tell you what, if he comes back this way, that's a really dangerous kick.
To Mumford.
Adam Goods has just snuck on and he's on his own.
Jetta, he missed Milicheski with the handball. Crameri on the rebound. Zaharakis, Stanton, Davey, shrugs the tackle, looks up, goes for goal. They have life. It's a 1-goal game.
Well, Lewis Jetta put him in front by 10 or 11 points before, and now he has cost the Sydney Swans a goal. It was a horrendous mistake in the middle of the ground. It looked like
also a really bad tackle here on Davey.
Yeah,
someone put Davey cold. Marty Matner, you had to take the body. What a game. And this is where the misses come back to haunt you. They've had 6 extra scoring shots, Sydney, to lead by 6 points.
But a couple of posters in this last quarter as well, the Swans.
3.5 minutes away. The Bombers are 3.5 minutes from the 8. They're a goal from the lead, and the Sydney Swans, 7th on the ladder right now, need to win because a home final waits them from 6th. They need to start climbing to get a home final. And we'll get another ball up. 5th and 6th is a home final. 7th and 8th isn't.
And the bad news for the Bombers is Goods is back on with a little spell under his belt.
Hill the flick down. Stanton kick smothered by Jack. To half forward. Hardingham buffeted off it. Carlisle holds his ground. Hardingham, Dyson rolls it wide. Howlett pursues. Bird right with him. Howlett gave it up and then went and got it. Spectacularly good. They could level the scores with a goal. 6 points to margin. Marked by Hurley, who will have the shot from 50.
Well, when players get tired, they go to ground.
Down to Hill here.
Long, Hill, he goes and gets. Held it long enough, surely.
There's nothing surer late in games when players go to the ground. We saw Craig Bird try to make a tackle. He then went to ground. I think it was Howlett that kept his feet. And that's why they were then able to carry the ball forward and hit targets.
And he was all at sea there, Lewis Roberts-Thompson, with his spoil as well.
Everyone on the edge of their seats. Scores a level.
Only moments ago we were saying if Daniel Hanbury can kick one that puts him 3 goals up, they'll probably get home. Well, you have a miss on the top of a miss just before that, and it's all square in the twinkling of an eye.
Well, in the context of the game, you just got to take your chances, but we're running out of superlatives for this game. It's just an exceptional game. Every time we think one team's got the advantage, the other team comes back.
There is a deafening roar ringing around Etihad Stadium.
He had a diabolical miss early in the game, David Hill, but has he bounced back? 19 possessions and 3 goals to the Essendon big man.
Clearance, vital. Jack gets it. Watson stands under it. Goods punches it away. Reid tries a slick handball. Paddy Ryder slips a handball out to Hocking. To half forward. Hurley! Crowd roars louder. Hocking needs to hit a target. Zaharakis lost it. Shaw goes back, gives to Johnson. Cramery tackles him and takes him out. 2 minutes left. Scores a level.
It's just a game of centimetres at the moment, isn't it? Just a mistake here. We saw Reid with a nice slick handball, but it went out, just missed the target, went back to Essedon's way.
It has been relentless from the opening bounce, and it comes down to this. Hocking, if it bounces through, they'll take the lead. It's a behind. And you've got to take that right now.
Well, you do, but the danger is that you give possession up.
Well, Madden had to play on them, really.
Smith, run down, gets the kick away. Heckle! He's done some big things this year. That could be the biggest. Can he hit a chest?
They've got a man up the Swans.
Zaharakis. Short. Hurley! He was the villain in round 2. He could be the hero in the rematch.
Well, he needs to take his full 30 seconds here. Wait till the umpire says that's 20 seconds. Milk the clock as much as possible. And then, most importantly, kick the goal. 2 scoring shots in 45 seconds. Very, very difficult.
For the Bombers, it could be a season wrapped up in a kick.
Well, it needs to be a talk. It needs to be a talk down the middle of the ground, so the Essendon boys will know where it's going to go. You can see the Swans players all setting up there. Oh, it's an absolute Barry Crocker.
And
away with it.
To Richards.
What was that?
That might have been a set play.
Oh, look at the numbers pushing out to one side here.
Down to 35 seconds. It goes long. Reid. Carlisle almost. O'Keefe. Handballs up. 15 players around the ball. Myers, Ryder, hacked forward by Carlisle. Zaharakis, he marks that, they win. He can't mark it. Balcheski got a handball up just in time. Kennedy outside of the foot. Adam Goods goes up.
Oh, no! My goodness.
He'll kick after the siren.
The siren. Oh, no! Oh!
Brucey. Brucey nearly jumped out of the box.
I thought he was going to kick it to Benny McLean.
The siren will go. Could you have asked for any greater drama in this match? In or out, Brucey? You know him well.
Gee whiz. He's kicked 3-3, so that's 50-50.
You're still on the fence.
Oh, look, he can hit it. He can hit him nicely. I'll back him from here.
They need a goal to win. The siren has sounded. He gives it some air. It's drifting. It's drifting.
Missed it.
He's missed. Essendon win one of the games of the year. Essendon by a point. And the footy gods pulled this one out of the box. Essendon are inside the 8. And they have revitalised their season.
Yeah, well, that's just an exceptional game. From start to finish, we saw both teams should be congratulated. I know the Swans will be absolutely devastated, but it was just an exceptional game of football. We saw the ebbs and flows, but the intensity, Jason, the intensity of the game was there for the whole game. It wasn't as if one team would drop off, it's just the other team picked it up a notch. It just kept on going up and up and up a level. And just when you thought the Swans had won it, they missed a couple of chances. Lewis Jetta's handball through the middle of the ground missed the target and really got the Bombers back into the game. And full credit to the Bombers, they just kept on fighting and fighting and fighting. But what an exceptional game of football.
Some critical moments and some errors that crept into the game, but Adam Goods is distraught. We saw some tears in the Sydney cheer squad. But a fascinating contest, a brilliant game. And as disappointing as it is for that man and his team, Sydney, don't take any credit away from the Bombers, who looked dead and buried a couple of goals down with only a few minutes left, to then come back and hit the front and hold on was fantastic. And I think Liam Pickering's